The scene opens in Sunny Meadow. Tall green grass sways gently in the breeze. We are introduced to Barnaby, a small, endearing bunny with an exceptionally large and fluffy white tail that bounces behind him as he hops joyfully through the meadow. Barnaby is playing hide-and-seek with Rosie the robin. Rosie has her eyes closed, perched on a colorful flower, singing the counting rhyme. Barnaby scurries behind a large, leafy green bush, trying to hide. However, his prominent, fluffy white tail sticks out from behind the bush, clearly visible. Rosie opens her eyes and giggles, pointing with her wing toward Barnaby's tail. Barnaby peeks out from behind the bush, looking slightly sheepish. Later in the day, Barnaby is carefully tiptoeing towards Farmer McGregor's vegetable patch, where large, juicy red carrots are growing. He is focused on the carrots, his nose twitching with anticipation. His fluffy tail inadvertently brushes against a green watering can. The green watering can falls over with a clatter. Farmer McGregor, a slightly grumpy-looking man in overalls, pops his head up from behind a fence, looking surprised and annoyed. Barnaby's eyes widen in alarm, and he starts to run away. Evening scene under a large oak tree. Barnaby sits beside his mama bunny, looking sad. His fluffy tail droops slightly. He expresses his frustration about his tail always getting him caught. Mama Bunny nuzzles Barnaby reassuringly and tells him that his fluffy tail is special and helps him balance. Suddenly, they hear a faint, distressed squeaking sound. Rosie the robin flies down, looking worried, and points towards a dark hole in the ground. We see a small field mouse trapped at the bottom of the deep hole, looking scared. Rosie tries to help with a twig, but it slips. Barnaby gets an idea. He looks at his fluffy tail and then at Rosie and the hole with a determined expression. Barnaby instructs Rosie to hold onto the tip of his tail. He carefully leans down into the hole, wiggling his fluffy tail gently toward the trapped mouse. The little field mouse grabs onto Barnaby's soft, fluffy tail. Slowly and carefully, Barnaby and Rosie pull the field mouse up to safety. The little field mouse is safely out of the hole and squeaks his thanks. Rosie chirps happily, praising Barnaby's clever idea. Barnaby wiggles his fluffy tail proudly. He smiles, realizing that his unique attribute can be helpful. Mama Bunny looks at him with a loving and proud expression. Final scene in Sunny Meadow. Barnaby hops through the grass, his fluffy white tail bouncing behind him more joyfully than ever. He now embraces his unique feature.